Good morning, Pam. Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good start to the week. Good morning, guys. I wanted to come out here this morning because I came out here Monday. Good to see you, Jennifer. And it was rainy Monday. Had a beautiful double rainbow, but I figured let's come out here today. It's a beautiful morning. Hot as always, but it's gorgeous, sunny. Last night we had some really good storms move through. It was really nice, really cool. So anyways, we're out here at the Naples Pier this morning. I don't know if Sandy's gonna join me. We have a meeting this morning at 11:30, and I'll kind of get into that. We're not gonna talk too much about it, but today may be a little shorter. Good morning, Thomas. Good morning, Patty. Just a couple housekeeping things. Today at 4:30 p.m. Good morning, Rose. Can you guys hear me? Oh, okay. Chatterbox 2 opens today, guys. Chatterbox 2 opens at 4 today. So make sure if you guys are local that you get out to Chatterbox 2, which is right across the street from the Naples Community Hospital. Support those guys. That's another local business. Really good guys. We're going to try to be there. So if anybody wants to come out and say hi, let us know. We'll probably be there. I'll let you guys know if we're going to be there. So anyways, let's get started. Good morning, guys. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in. As always, I would love it if you guys would give this a share. But here we are. Good morning, Jose. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, Fred. Thomas, Janet, Alexandra, Gemma, I don't know how to pronounce that. Melissa, Patty, Holly, Karen. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jeffrey. So I'm just gonna do some chit-chatting today while we're walking. I'll quiet down when we get around people. I don't wanna be too intrusive. Good morning, Sabine from Germany. Good morning, Cheryl. The conditions out here, guys, have been gorgeous. Naples Beach has been beautiful. Of course, I haven't seen it this morning. We're about to walk out together for the first time. I am noticing more people out here, at least at this time of the morning on the pier, than there has been lately. Offshore breeze this morning. It's beautiful. Very calm surf. Good morning, David. Good morning, Beverly. Good morning, Carol and Jim and Patrick. Yeah, that's a picture right there, guys. Good morning, Sue. As always, it's going to be a warm one. It's already abundantly obvious. So I want to give you guys an update on what we're doing tomorrow. I think you guys will find this cool. But first, let's take a look at the water, because I'm noticing the water is crystal clear today, guys. Hi, Taffy. Hi, Patrick. Hi, James. yeah, guys, the water, it's not crystal clear. It still has a little tinge to it, but it was very rainy last night, which sometimes that exacerbates that color, but the water is definitely clear, as you guys can see for yourself. It's beautiful. The water's beautiful. We had some strong storms come through last night. We lost power for a bit. Lots of lightning. But if you like storms like I do, it was a pretty good show. So, here's another thing, guys. So there's been a lot of talk about the difference between North Naples and this part of town regarding the water quality and the beach conditions. So one thing we're gonna do is we're going to tomorrow we're going to get in the car, Sandy and I, and we're gonna start our live along the way. So Sandy will be doing the live tomorrow while I'm driving. And we're gonna start we're gonna start along the drive, but we're gonna start stopping at beach accesses in North Naples where there's a red tide being reported more heavily. And we're gonna get out and we're gonna do like a crazy, we've never done this, but we're gonna do kind of like a crazy, frantic north to south beach report. Oh, there's some fish down there, big fish. So we're gonna start in North Naples and get out. Basically, I'm gonna pull up to some beach accesses and we're gonna jump out, get out, and do like a quick, a quick rundown on what we see, what we feel, and show you guys. We'll run down to the beach, jump out on the beach, let you see it for yourself, jump in the car, come a couple miles south, jump out, do the same thing again, get in the car, jump out, go a couple miles south, and do it until we get all the way down here from North Naples all the way down to kind of where we're at right now. And so that way, there's not gonna be any questions anymore about what is what and what are we seeing, what are we not seeing. We're gonna know. So we're gonna be live the entire time. I don't know how long it's gonna take, hopefully not long. The whole idea is to make it fairly quick, relatively quick. Yes, we're gonna be beach hopping. So I have no idea how it's gonna go. I have no idea, no clue. But hey, it should be interesting. Very calm water this morning. And if you guys saw the report that was released yesterday regarding the red tide conditions, it is obvious that there's still red tide in North Naples, and it's being reported now that the red tide here is very low, which is exactly what we've been noticing. And there's either a dolphin or a tarpon right out here. So I'm gonna keep an eye out there, see what that is. Maybe a tarpon, the way it was moving. It looked, nope, it's two dolphins. We have two dolphins. So there's another thing, guys. There's another example of the wildlife coming back. The other day, there were 3 or 4 manatees that went under the pier going south. And now we're seeing dolphins back out here, which we did not see for weeks. So anyways, the one thing I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys can see the dolphins, but the conditions, I would just say at this point, and things can change, the conditions are really improving for Collier County. And that's all we can discuss. That's all we can, because that's all we see, really. And we care about all of it. We care about North Naples. We care about Lee County. We care about all of it, and we're following it. But, we are here. And one thing I did want to clarify, because I think this has been some of the confusion, is, people wanting us to talk a little bit more about everything in general. And people saying, we're calling it as we see it, but we're biased. Well, my response to that is we are biased. We love Naples. And I think what's happened is this red tide event has brought a lot of new people in looking for more accurate information than what they're seeing in the media. And we obviously call it as we see it, but people, they're not sure if our pro-Naples nature compensates for the truth, but it doesn't. We're just calling it as we see it. There's a lot of fish in the water, like big fish. I don't know if you guys can see them. It's like a big snook right there. Do not know if it's going to show up on camera, but that is a really nice snook. And by the way, the clearing of my throat is not red tide. I wanted to mention that earlier before I got out of the car. I've been doing a little coughing, a little throat clearing for the last 2 days. I've been getting over a pretty nasty sinus thing. And I just want to make sure that's clear. Somebody's asking about why manatee died. Well, no manatee have died in Naples, to my understanding. So if manatee have died, I would assume it would be related to the red tide up north. And I apologize for the throat clearing. I know it sounds terrible. So yeah, Jennifer said you guys started as Naples blog. That's the thing. So if you're new here and you're wanting nothing but, doom and gloom, red tide talk, you gotta understand, the red tide is sort of what we're doing because it's relevant to what's going on, but we're not here just because of the red tide. I think what's happened is a lot of these pages or people are popping up doing lives on the beach, and they're getting some attention because they just started doing this regarding red tide. But what happens is, and it is running true even with Facebook Lives, guys, is the more negative you are, the more attention you get. And so it's encouraging people to do lives that are basically saying everywhere is bad, there's fish dying everywhere. The reality is it's just not here, and we're very fortunate for that. We don't take it for granted. We're very fortunate. But we've been here since 2011, this page. And we're pro Naples. I mean, I think if you follow us for any length of time, you're going to see that. You're going to see that most of what we do is talking about the beautiful side of Naples, the great side of Naples, but we're pretty honest. I mean, if something's glaringly obvious or troublesome, we report it. I even at times talk about things I'm not crazy about with Naples, but we tend to call it as we see it. And there's pelicans back, which is another good sign. I see pelicans. Pelicans were something else we did not see for a while. Good morning, Linda from Sand Dunes, Michigan. Silver Lake Sand Dunes. Thomas saw turtles hatching. I have not seen that. I have not gotten to witness that. Good morning. Good morning, Glenda. Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Anna. Have a great day to you as well. Anna, you take beautiful pictures. I really appreciate the photos you take down in Marco Island. Ed will be here tomorrow. Good morning, Bean. Good morning, Jose. Thank you, Jose. Yeah, I feel fine, guys. I'm just did not want anybody saying that the red tide is the reason for my slight cough. It's not. The water is pretty green. But you know, I know a lot of people said the water looked terrible, but because on Monday it was the same color. But guys, I gotta be honest with you. I've been out here for many years now, and that's not uncommon, especially after it's stormed and been rainy. And Monday, when the water was really kind of greenish colored, it had been raining heavily, and it was raining heavily overnight, and some really good storms overnight. So this is not uncommon. I don't think that's anything unnatural from my experience. So good morning, Deb. Virginia will be here next Thursday. Good morning, Mary from Illinois, Aurora, Illinois. All right, guys, I'm gonna walk down here. I'm not gonna do too much talking. There's a lot of people fishing, relaxing, hanging out. So I'll talk more when I get back to this point on the way back. Oh, a guy caught a couple fish there. Nice. And it clearly works. That's cool.
Isn't it?
That's cool. Yeah. I used to use a sabiki, but they won't allow them anymore. So that's cool. That's really cool.
My son said to me too. He said that the sabiki great good for him too.
Yeah, the sabikis are really good, but they banned them because they get really caught up in everything.
Yeah.
Very cool. I have never seen that, but it clearly does work.
Sure it does, man. I got a picture of it yesterday. Went home and spent $24 on a roll of wire and some string, and
I'll be
now
darned.
I got a free bait.
Incredible. That's cool. That's cool. What was your name?
Matt.
Matt, very nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Have a great day.
Thank you, you too. Well, guys, I tried to make it to the end of the pier, but the signal doesn't hold up. So sorry, guys, my signal cut out, so I didn't see some of your comments. Regarding the red tide, there's no signs of it here. My coughing is from my own little thing that I'm dealing with, but it's not red tide. There's seemingly no red tide here. Even the state or whoever is doing the testing is resulting very low levels, as opposed to North Naples, which is getting high levels. So tomorrow we're going to do a live. Sandy and I are going to drive to North Naples, and we're going to report on the North Naples beaches tomorrow live for you guys. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come all the way down a couple miles at a time and do reports. And the whole time we're going to be live. We're not going to stop and restart. And what we're going to do is we're going to do like a beach run. And so we're going to start in North Naples, jump out at a beach access, do a live, jump back in the car, keep the live going, come down a couple miles and do it again and again and again until we get back to here. So that's sort of what we're planning on doing tomorrow. I think it'll be kind of cool, exciting, something totally different. And it'll sort of put to rest this idea that we don't know what's going on up north. We'll be there. And in the same live, from beginning to end, the idea is to go all the way from up there back down here. So now I'm gonna walk kind of back to the beginning of the pier, guys. The signal's a little iffy up here, out here. Sandra, I'm not I'm not sure yet, Sandra, exactly where we'll be, but the idea is to be around that area, at least to start. Okay, we're back for now. The signal's really weird on the pier today. I don't know what's up with it. What you got down here? Oh yeah, snook, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was looking at them here earlier. Yeah, those are snook. That's a nice, there's a few nice ones out here too. Yeah. Oh yeah. Those things are so much fun to catch. Or not. It might have actually. But even when you can keep them, the restrictions are really, they have to be pretty big. That's not a bad one. And they're very, very smart fish. Yeah. And they typically stay really shallow. They're really cool. A lot of snook out today. Thank you guys. I really appreciate all the love we get. A guy just stopped me on the pier just a moment ago when the signal had cut out. And he was fishing and he asked if we were from the Naples photo blog. And says he watches it every day, so very appreciated. Appreciate all the nice comments we get. Guys, we're not 100% what time it'll start tomorrow, but it'll probably be around 8:45 to 9. I'm thinking we'll start, because we're based on this end of town, and we're going to start the live in North Naples. So what we might actually do is when we get in the car, on the drive up to North Naples, go ahead and start the live. And chit chat with you guys on the drive up. And then afterwards we can start on the beach crawl, as somebody said. Yeah, thank you guys. The signal is really shoddy today. I don't know what's up. You come out on the beach, normally the beach has a pretty steady signal, but some days the pier I can get all the way out, and today I can't. Well, we got pretty much challenged because not everybody, actually a few people seem to think that we are very disconnected with what's going on in North Naples, and because the beaches here are so beautiful, but we can't help they're beautiful here. And we're very concerned about what's going on up north, but we also have to appreciate what we've got, and we've got beautiful beaches right now. I mean, it's beautiful. A lot of people fishing, a lot of snook in the water. There's been reports of manatee coming through, and we saw 2 dolphins already. Listen, right now, if you were to come out to Naples Beach right now, and you did not know anything about red tide, this whole story, the whole event, the whole everything, you would not know a difference. So good morning, Mother. Yeah, and I know Del Nor is having issues. I know that. And so tomorrow, we're going to go up there. I don't know if we're going to go to Del Nor Wiggins specifically, but we will be in that area. And I'm not saying we won't go to Del Nor, but I'm just saying we're going to have to map it out and see exactly where we're going to go for the sake of time, because we don't want to do a 2-hour live. So we're going to try and figure it out. Now today, for anybody who is not aware, Ted Rosenwig today is opening Chatterbox 2 at 4 p.m. And at 11:30 this morning, Sandy and I are actually going to be there meeting with another social media group here in town and seeing if there's anything we can do together to sort of create new relationships, you know? So we'll be there, and then, so I'm not going to be on here too much longer. And then hopefully today around 4 or 4:30 we'll be over there. And so if anybody wants to join us, give us a shout, let us know. I can't promise we're going to be there, but that's sort of the idea. We're going to try to be there. So check out Chatterbox 2. Follow them on Facebook if you have not yet. And we did a live there last week before they opened today. So it's going to be really cool. Really, really cool. It's a nice place. I can't wait to start going over there and hanging out with my friends. Another place to take the family. It is family friendly. We asked about that. They have a kids menu. So today we will be customers, and we wish the best to Ted and his family and Chatterbox 2. It's a big day, and we wish them all the success in the world. What about Clam Pass? Guys, we're gonna try. What we're gonna have to do is we're gonna try to keep the live to an hour-ish. I have a feeling it'll be more, but I don't want to make it an all-day thing. So we're just gonna have to map it out, and a lot of it's gonna depend on the type of beach access and how quickly we can get on and off the beach. Because what we want to do is be able to actually go down on the beach and do a quick thing and then sort of get back. So you guys will get a good idea. So tomorrow's a good day to tune in if you want to get an idea of beach conditions from North Naples down to the heart of Naples here in downtown. And how far we go in between will depend on the beach conditions. If the conditions are really bad up north, then we'll probably not go as far in between so that we can kind of see where it changes. And maybe then we'll be able to actually have an idea of actually where the water starts getting better. And yes, Michelle makes a good point. The wind is a very big part of the success of getting rid of this red tide, as the winds have been blowing offshore. And that's probably the biggest factor in why Naples has been very fortunate, and why Wiggins Beach is not. Because before the winds changed, because there for a while the winds were coming onshore and the red tide was moving south, but you know, this is another thing that needs to be said, and I'm not saying in any way, shape, or form that the releases are not causing part of the problem, because even the Army Corps of Engineers yesterday said that it is contributing to the problem. But it needs to be understood, because I think a lot of people who are new to the red tide discussion and are injecting a ton of emotion in the conversation are not aware that red tide is a natural phenomenon, and that no matter the releases or not, there will always be red tide. There always has been red tide. There have always been fish kills. There have always been different levels of severity. The pipes, guys, I'm not sure there's anything they can do about it. The pipes are If you think about it logistically, Naples is very flat. Even many beach communities up north has some elevation right off the water. And so therefore, if you go to some places up north, you can have a beach, but then have a lake a couple miles inland. And obviously a lot of the rainwater runoff in most communities is sent to lakes and or retention areas or water treatment areas that are designed to capture water. But here, for probably a half a mile inland, it's very, 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 very flat, very low sea level, almost to sea level. And so along the downtown area, when it rains, a lot of those drainage pipes, the drains, actually run to the Gulf. And so what you're seeing when you see those, yes, ugly green pipes, is you're seeing rainwater drainage from the downtown area. And if those were not there, Naples would be flooded on almost any heavy downpour, which, by the way, at high tide, when the end of those pipes get plugged up because the tide's over them, it's not uncommon at high tide to see Naples, downtown Naples, flood during a pretty nasty rainstorm. So it's always best when there's a heavy downpour if it's low tide. And we've seen it at high tide. If you've been around here for a long time, I haven't seen this in quite a while, but if you've been around here for a long time, at high tide, if there is a big enough storm and it goes for long enough, it really does flood downtown. And I mean, I've pushed cars out of the middle of the road, like on 8th Avenue South. Cambier Park, literally been knee deep in water, pushing the cars out of the water. One thing people ask about is, I hear it, I see some of the stuff, I typically avoid commenting too much because it's so emotionally charged. But a lot of people I see talking about, this didn't happen for a while. Why has this not been happening for a while? Well, guys, for a long time, Lake Okeechobee was really low. Like, it was dangerously low. You couldn't boat, you couldn't fish, it was, docks were sitting 10 feet above the ground dry. And a lot of people are not accounting for what Hurricane Irma did. And so, I watched the Facebook Live with the Army Corps of Engineers yesterday, and they said, and just so everybody knows, for all of the people who are saying, why is nothing being done? Well, I said on my live earlier in the week that this is not an overnight thing. So the Army Corps of Engineers is actively rebuilding or building or replacing the dike system. I don't know if it's a full replacement or if it's increasing the capacity of the lake, but they are working on the solution. Until there is a solution, there is no solution but releases. And the lake cannot be too high, or you risk the dike breaking. And that is their concern. And if that dike breaks, you can go ahead and kiss everything south of Lake Okeechobee goodbye. Yeah, there's a few jets coming in, Murray. This is not a busy time of year for the airplanes, but I do see some. I have seen them since we started the live. The Army Corps is addressing it. They're aware of it, obviously. But I think if you really want a good understanding of what's going on, go back to what we posted yesterday from Francis Rooney's page, Congressman Rooney. And again, like I said on there, it's not about Francis Rooney. It's about the first 5 minutes of that video where the Army Corps of Engineers is speaking. And they really give a good understanding about the purpose of the releases, and they're trying to avoid human casualties. And unfortunately, the system is really antiquated, it's outdated, but that doesn't change anything for right now. Right now, you got to deal with what you've got, and they're trying to save lives. And if the dike were to break, according to the Army Corps of Engineers, thousands of people would be dead. Yeah, guys, there's lots of fishermen on the pier today. And the fish are biting too. I've watched it. So, to clarify, to make the point, Naples beaches are gorgeous. A lot of people coming out. Absolutely no signs of red tide here. People will challenge that, but I'm telling you, you guys have gone down to the water with me. You see the water, it's beautiful. And a lot of tourists are starting to come out today. I have not seen this in a little while, guys. We have pretty much seen dead beaches. And today, there are people coming out. There's more people on the pier than I've seen in a while. So, that's the story, guys. I'm not gonna hang around here because we have some stuff to do today that's gonna take up some time. And for the page, hopefully it helps the page. And but I appreciate you guys watching. And I appreciate running into you guys when you see us out. So feel free to say hello, get to know us. And Sandy's coming. Well, Sandy, I will find a shady spot here and wait on you, but I'm not going to be around much longer because you and I have that 11:30, and I got to get some stuff done before. But if you're swing by my car, Sandy, you know where I'll be parked. I'll meet you over there. So make sure, guys, Chatterbox 2 opens today. Maybe I'll do a live from there when it opens. I don't know for sure, but I'm gonna see if my schedule works out where I can get over there. And support Ted, support his family, support that business. Again, that's Chatterbox 2, which opens today, 4 p.m., right across from the Naples Community Hospital. It's a bright green building, you can't miss it. And then tomorrow, make sure you guys join us tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be I hope it's gonna be fun. It might be a little crazy. Tomorrow, we are going to, let me see, turn this around. Tomorrow, we're gonna go, get in the car, start our live down here in the car. Sandy can do it while I'm driving. We're gonna go all the way to North Naples. We're gonna jump out on the beach. We're gonna jump out on the beach up in North Naples, give you guys a real-time live condition, and then we're gonna jump back in the car, shoot down a couple of miles, jump out, do it again. And I think what we're gonna see is we're gonna actually witness during that time the changes from North Naples to this part of town. And I think it should be interesting. I have my respirator mask ready to go. But down here, there's no need for it. Down here, it's beautiful. And I'm actually really intrigued to see how it goes tomorrow, because it really is hard to believe how much better it is here than what we're seeing in North Naples. So what I'm interested in seeing is not just the change, but where it changes. I'm fascinated by it. So we'll see. So again, guys, support your local businesses here. You know, try to do some business with the mom and pops. And I'm gonna stay on live here until Miss Sandy gets over here. I don't know where she is, but I'm assuming she's riding her bike. So while I'm at it, make sure you guys visit the Naples Historical Society's Historic Palm Cottage when you're down here. It's located right here. I mean, it's literally right at the Naples Pier. If you haven't been, guys, you will probably be blown away by the amount of things you'll learn about downtown Naples, the history of downtown Naples, which is pretty rich, by the way. Rich in history, along with rich people, but it's rich in history. You guys would be amazed. And here it is. It's the Naples Historical Society's Historic Palm Cottage. Okay, Sandy. Yeah, I'll see you at 11:30, Sandy. If you ever get a chance to tour it, it's very cool. Yeah, yeah, it's very, very cool. And you guys can visit napleshistoricalsociety.org.
Saturdays 1 to 4. Tuesdays and Fridays you have to book. Oh, Ron, the other thing they have here, which would be interesting, is an old Naples walking tour.
All right, guys. Thank you guys for following, commenting, liking, and sharing. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for tuning in today. And be on the lookout. Make sure you set your notifications to tell you guys when we're on live, because today we may go live again. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen at this 11:30, but we're going to be doing an 11:30 meeting and at Chatterbox and with another group. But we're hoping to go back over there today also. At least I am. I don't know about Sandy. I haven't talked to her about it. Hoping to go back over at for the grand opening at 4 p.m. And hopefully we can be one of the first customers. So make sure you tune in tomorrow also for that live that we're doing tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to send us a message. We'll get back to you guys as soon as we can. Hope you guys have had a great week so far. Hope you have a great day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate all of you guys, sincerely. Take care. Will do, Sandy.